Hi everybody, welcome back to whatever my channel's called, Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is another episode of my Age of Wonders Planetfall series, and we have a lot to talk about in this one because the Tyrannosaurus update just dropped this week, and it changed so much. Like, there's so much new stuff. If you haven't seen the patch notes, you should look them up. It's like, I spent like an hour reading through it this morning before recording. There's a lot of new things that have been added, balance changes, tweaks to the game. I don't even really know where to start, so I might mention things sort of as I go through this. My buddy Joel's a little disappointed because it looks like the Devar kind of got debuffed a bit, but I think their late game units got some nice buffs. Um, for Syndicate, there's a few changes. One thing that I think is really cool is that their overseers. You remember how we were talking about healing and how most healing doesn't occur passively in between rounds on the strategic map? Overseers actually get that now, and I don't know if I have the tech to actually make them yet. I think I need something else, so I'll just look them up in here. But overseer. So the Syndicate Overseer should get passive healing now. Um, the Sci-Tech Revitalization. Okay, it doesn't say it here, but... Oh wait, no, Biological Recovery. The unit heals each biological unit in its stack for 6 health per strategic turn. So they got a little bit of a buff. And just a lot of other little changes. I was mostly interested in the Vanguard, which, by the way, it looks like their tanks kind of got debuffed a bit. And I think their walkers got some buffs. I think their walkers are more good as an independent unit, separate. A lot of times people looked at the walkers as kind of an inferior version of the laser tanks. Now I feel like they both fill different roles a little bit better. So I think that's really cool. Vanguard are still probably my favorite race, but I look forward to seeing how some of these changes affect the game. One thing I do want to point out from these patch notes that I thought was really cool is that some structures, and let me see if I can find one around here somewhere. Oh yeah, like the Sai Shrine here. So some structures like this actually give so see how it says grants plus 10 research and plus 10 energy to the colony it's linked to. Units built in this linked colony gain plus 2 psionic resistance. There's a lot more colony unit buffs, similar to how, like, in Age of Wonders 3, you had buffs from the Vault of Knowledge, for example, that gave like more damage and some shock damage to archers, which was really cool. And it's a lot of these little structures that now get buffs like that, so you can link them to the cities that you're building units in and even further specialize them. This is not going to drastically change how I'm planning my cities out here. I think for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to kind of keep going as I was. But there are some that I was wondering about this, because this is an abandoned quarry, so that's still just exploitation bonuses. My plan, generally speaking, was to build my units mostly in this city for the extra shields and armor that they're going to get from these things. But the reinforcement factory, I think, now gets, okay, all units produced in Connolly get plus one armor. So I don't think that changes how I'm building units in these cities, but if I was to link a colony to this, I would get units with psionic resistance produced in that colony. So that's really, really cool. I like that. Just a lot of other updates that are just really kind of fleshing out the game a bit. Also, settings for those of you who are frustrated with... I see a lot in my comments, people who are frustrated with, like, the dwellings being, like... So, well, I own this now, but dwellings getting mad at you for helping other dwellings. So, like, the growth would get mad at me for helping the autonom, that kind of thing. You can actually turn that off now. There's a setting you can turn that off if you don't like it. I'm going to be leaving most of my settings at the defaults, so that is what it is. I just like to kind of simplify it that way for people who are watching, and then of course they can edit and change the game however they'd like. That's actually why I don't do mods on my game. I get a lot of requests for mods, but I like to keep it relevant to as many people as possible. So I did want to say something else about dwellings too. Apparently now owning one gives you some amount of resource income per turn, like cosmite and influence gain per turn. I read that somewhere in the patch notes, but I'm not really sure where to see that listed in here, unless I haven't actually annexed that sector to this colony. Okay, I haven't annexed that sector to this colony yet, so maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. But I had read somewhere that owning a dwelling gives you some amount of... Oh, here it is. Dwelling of... Okay, so you can see here, just by owning this dwelling, I'm now getting +5 Cosmite, +2 influence per turn. That was not the case before this most recent patch. So hanging on to this is actually kind of helping me out here. I'm now getting more influence per turn. So this is really cool. There's a lot to dig into, but I don't want to spend too much more time talking about the patch. I just wanted to mention that all up front. I want to get into your comments now for this week. It's been a couple weeks since I played, since I took last weekend off from Planetfall. But Chris Lighthog suggested I should, or told me that I shouldn't use auto combat when fighting with the Sirens. These guys, they might be with Ronald now. I don't remember. Ronald was moving this way. I don't think the Siren's with him. I think the Siren is... I had them situated somewhere where they could move quickly if they needed to. The Imperial War Monument also gives more morale to units built in that colony, so that's pretty cool. Where was this? I thought I had units stationed around here-ish. Maybe I moved them down into the city. What did I do with my Sirens? I had like a group of flying floating units in this area, and now I can't figure out where I put them. Well, Bob is confused. Anyway, I wasn't using them correctly because in order to impregnate units with the Sirens, you have to use them in auto combat, you have to use them in manual combat. Relying on the computer to do that in auto combat is not very reliable. I'm just going to hope that wherever those units are, they pop up at some point, because I don't remember what I did with them. But yeah, I need to use those more tactically in tactical combat to make sure that I'm getting the most out of their impregnate ability. Space Flash said that special structures allow for the use of strategic operations everywhere, so like for down here with this gravity generator that gives access to this concentrated gravity flux operation, which that can be used anywhere not specifically in this sector or colony or whatever. I didn't realize that. I thought these were kind of like localized. I think they do... Some of them, I think the aerial denial system, which I think I have one up here, I'm pretty sure that's still... No, the owner of the structure will unlock aerial denial protocol. So I think it can be used anywhere, as far as I know, according to Space Flash. So that is good to know. From Zeb said, don't forget to actually equip my sniper on my new hero. That's a good reminder. Where is my new hero? Where the heck are all these units that I had? Oh, wait, I think some were moving down to the teleporter. Okay, there's the hero. He was moving to the teleporter. And Zeb's right, I didn't put my stunning sniper on this guy, so I definitely want that on him. I don't know why I forgot to do that. And I think I'll leave him with the Arc Bolus for now. I kind of like having an immobilize option on a sniper, but yeah, he's got that gun equipped now, so he's good. From Dory L said the bee took lots of damage in a recent episode. I said something about a bee down in Ronald's army taking a lot of damage from something that I wasn't expecting. Maybe it was a worker bee, or maybe it was one up here. I don't know. But I was attacking a unit with Pain Mirror. That's why that happened. So I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. And then finally, a general comment from both Space Flash and Damian Drake said that I should send more units from up here down to fight the Kir'ko in the south. I think I'm generally in agreement. I want to leave some forces here because I have things I want these guys to do. But I want to make sure that the Autonom don't try to come and retake their dwelling. So I think what I'm going to do is send mostly like the floating units down that way, and have like maybe Tenzin and some of the initiates hang out here. They're actually pretty good against the Autonom as it is because of their electric damage. Of course, that guy is just incredible against the Autonom with the focus flames. But for now, let's actually just kill some more Autonom. Let's get these guys out of the way. I'm gonna actually send Tenzin in. I want to leave this group with as much movement as they can get because I'm gonna want them going south. I also probably need to be mindful of what's in this area because there's like mean fish over here that I don't want to deal with. Catching them off guard, so I'll have to be kind of careful. But yes, I think I'm going to move in with Tenzin. And actually, you know what? I'm going to leave the Siren with Tenzin, but I'm going to send one of these spawns with this guy, I think. That one's going to actually evolve pretty soon, probably. So I think what I'll do is I'll keep a worker bee here to offer some healing for. Actually, Tenzin's got multiple healing options, if I remember correctly. Psytech Revitalization and Cleansing Light. Yeah, I think he's actually probably good on healing for his army. And I want to get more units down south. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move in with this Siren, since that's the one that's probably, or this Spawner, since that's the one that's probably staying. Low risk battle, we'll do manual combat. I'm kind of thinking maybe try auto combat for this one, but, well, we can always redo it. Okay, cool, it just works. Alright, so that's that, and I think, did anything level up? War is broken out with the autonoms. Okay, I got a reward for killing autonom units, which is great. Oh, a bunch of influence. All right, cool. I'll gladly accept that. Now, this guy unfortunately did not level up, but he probably will soon. So we'll send him down to where the fighting's thick, and I want to leave. I think maybe I can just get another unit up here to help. Oh, I could also build Kir'ko units now. I don't know that I'm going to, but I just want Tenzin to stay up here and just fight stuff. Kill Autonom that are in this area, like these guys here that can try to retake this city. If I can go into that territory, which seems to be contested. I guess all of them go down then. Hate to split everybody up, but I think it needs to happen. So, yep. You will stick with... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give both of these Sirens... They're going to evolve pretty soon. I keep calling them Sirens. These are spawns. I'm going to give them Focus Flames. Let them take over the role of this thing. And that Siren, since it's already flying, can go with this guy who has other flying units and it has boosts for flying units. So I'm going to do that. You can go with him. The rest of you stay with Tenzin. And Tenzin, I think, can handle himself with 5, and maybe I can get something else up there to back him up a little later. I don't want to leave too many units in this area not doing anything, so I wish I could get one more space in that direction. I think for now I'm going to have to be happy with getting down here. Hopefully that doesn't spawn anything nasty to come after me on the next turn. I think I'd rather we would deal with that than these friggin' octo whales, but I'm gonna take my chances here and turn there. Oh, nice to meet you. Okay, met Devar. Okay. Amazon Hero leveled up. I think I already distributed those. No, I didn't distribute those points. Okay, so we've got I wouldn't mind visual acuity for a flying unit. They're fragile, so I kind of want to keep them away from damage anyway. But also, they really... Animal discipline, I think, is probably what I want. Mounted units, +5. Animal and mounted units, +5 health and 200 morale. Oh, actually, that's really good for those bees. I'll take that. And I think I can still get maybe Deadeye on top of that. Or Vitality. Either one would be good. Steady Aim would not. I think for survivability, I'm just gonna throw another 10 health on her. That Amazon hero kind of acts in more of a support role anyway, so I think that's fine. Predominant control, cerebral control collars.
Into the detectors. You will see colors that are symbolic because
yeah, that's the one that makes
cannot
units
see them.
detentured.
It takes time.
Detentured.
to train your
Indentured.
mind, but soon you will.
Alright. Okay, next up on the military tree, I've been talking about this for a little bit, and I want to get Amazon grounding. Oh, wait, no, I got the grounding harness mod already. There may be some other useful ones for animals. Advanced instinct control of the units, plus resistance to 2 resistance to status effects, +1 shields. I think I like this one. I want to get that. That would be nice for the bees. Especially now that I can buy more of them, I might send one back up Tenzin's way. I need to get something through to clear these friggin'... Well, not clear that. I want to clear this out. Actually, I want to complete that quest too. There's a lot of stuff I want to do right now, and I don't really seem to have enough units to do it all. Incompatible organisms, Scyfish quest. It would give me Life's Grace, a tier 4 secondary weapon, heal all friendly units in a 4 hex range. Ooh. Oh, that's a very nice healing item. I think I'm going to actually have to prioritize getting that done. And you know what? I think I could pretty easily. With that extra influence, I could buy more bees. Or even an extra siren, I think. Who am I doing better at diplomatically? Which one? Scyfish or growth? What's the amount I need to get to the next level? 60, and I think it was 60 on both. Required favorable until new state 45. Okay, I'm actually quite close with the growth. I wanted to get more of those plants though, rather than bees, but the bees would be better for that flying army, and I could get 2 of them. I wonder if I could get wonder if I could afford 1 siren. I have 106, so that's 72, and I could maybe also get a soldier bee. So 72 would be 36 would be 78, 898, 108. I need 2 more influence to do that. Crap. Maybe I can get it doing something else on this turn. Could also always buy them on the next turn. Dang, I want to get them out there now though. Make sure I did the math. 72 plus 36 would be 78, 88, 98, 108. Okay, so yeah, can't do that. I need more influence. Maybe I'll pick some up somewhere in here along the line. Botanical Garden. Oh wait, so this was my new city that I was kind of putting to keep blue from taking up all my territory. I think probably Botanical Gardens. Next up.
Sector annexed.
A new sector. And that I can't do anything about yet. Ops ready to
Operations
launch.
primed and ready.
Oh, there's new new little icons and stuff in here. I wonder what these all mean. That probably means these are strategic and these are doctrines. Look like they're on a little scroll, I guess. That's what that is. I can get another operation. So that's a buff to Syndicate. They actually get an extra doctrine slot now, which is pretty neat. So I think that's why it's giving me the option to do this like right now. What do I want though? Be nice if I could get something that would give me just a little bit of influence right now. Operational defense is probably not a bad idea considering I've met a lot of people now. But the Warmonger would be great. 200 morale in battle against other players. I don't know if that affects my initiates though. Or not my initiates, my indentured. I'm not really sure. Oh, here we go. Items brought from dwellings cost 20% less. That is actually really good right now, because not only will it help me get the units that I want right now, but that will also help me... Do I have enough to get this in one turn? I think I do. Yeah, I do. Alright, so that will actually help me... Oh, and that gave me a little bit of... Why did that give me influence? I don't really know why that gave me influence, but you know what? I'm not going to question it, because now I can get possibly 3 units. I really wanted to get Warmonger too. Maybe, well, actually I can, because I've got that extra slot, so... Diplomat... gain 100 opinion with other players. That actually might be really useful to keep up. Yeah, because I've been talking about how I don't want another war to break out with somebody. I might pick the Diplomat up, but then again, this would help me fight the Kir'ko now, which might be more important. Oh, it's a tough call. I think I'm going to go with the Warmonger. I just wish I knew whether that 200 morale would affect the indentured, because I don't think it does. And the fact that it doesn't makes me want to do the diplomat instead. I think maybe I just won't do either right now. And we'll see how long this episode goes, and you guys can let me know. I would like to know if the Warmonger gives that 200 morale to Indentured or not. I guess for now I'll let it go. I don't really have that much energy to spend at the moment anyway, so maybe it's not the end of the world. Okay, so dwelling shop discount. So now I can actually go and buy units from dwellings much cheaper. So let's go back in here, go to the Scyfish and Siren, which now only costs 56. Nice. I'm going to buy one of those. And I might buy a couple more bees from the growth. Yeah, let's go hop over to the growth, buy a couple more. I would like to get the flowering node, but I do want more flying units with my Amazon's army, especially knowing that those bees... get bonuses now for being under that Amazon's control. The Siren, unfortunately, doesn't, but the bees do. So I'm going to have them head over this way as quickly as they can. Now, does he have 4 units? He does. I might actually leave that Siren up here just to round out Tenzin's army and let the other Siren join up with this guy. But I don't know. I might need him to help fight crap in this area on my way through. I definitely want to do this quest and get that healing item. That would be pretty cool. In fact, I need to clear that anyway, because when this city grows again, that's probably the next sector it's going to need to annex, and it's already at size 11, so that'll happen pretty soon. Let's have you guys head out here. Probably staying just over the land for safety reasons. I want to mod them, but I'm a little low on Cosmite. Maybe I can at least get the Cerebral Control Collars mod, or no, Exploitative Targeting System is what I think I want on these guys. Or possibly Focus Flames. Focus Flames may not be as important when fighting non-auto noms, though. So I think what I'm going to do is go with the Exploitating Targeting Systems on these bees. Mod equivalent units, yes. Is there a mod? Wait, hang on. I thought that you could just apply pre-existing templates. Yeah. So it'd be that one. Same thing, basically. Yeah, let's do that. I got the Cosmite. I may as well spend it. Get these guys on my level here. Okay, this is my new Kir'ko dwelling, so I can select stuff for it to do. I think probably growth is what I want, so we'll go with the biofarm. And I think that's pretty much it. Sector occupied, X-Ray Desert. Yeah, they took this city on the last turn, which kind of sucks. That's what's Ronald's on his way to get that back. Let's click through all these notifications, make sure I'm not missing anything. This dude's found trespassing in my domain. I still have those units I apparently lost somewhere. Logan and Claudius are now neutral to each other. That's good. The less people he's fighting, the better, because I don't want him to go down.
Doctrine enacted.
Okay, that negotiator doctrine I feel like is a really good pickup for me, because it's going to get me to the max racial relationship level with those independent factions pretty quickly, I think. Especially now that I'm getting a little more influence per turn. Okay, I think that's it. Let's see what they do. Now, the one problem I could run... Oh, wait, no, I did get them. Okay, there they are. That's the missing units that I couldn't find. Yeah, I was expecting this to happen. We'll manual combat this and just try to focus fire one unit, see if we can't kill at least one. Hopefully my Amazon army coming down will be powerful enough to deal with some of this crap. The Kir'ko Frenzied are not really nearly as dangerous to a flying armies anyway, so that's kind of nice. That's actually just one more reason to have all those flying units down there, I think. Alright, so deploy pulse charge. Okay, that's a static charge area effect attack. Alright, do I have another boat? I thought I had 4. Maybe it is only 3. No, we're just gonna let them come to me.
Operations ready.
Ah, I see what their game is. Alright. You and your stupid absorb pain. I'm gonna try to kill those transcendents. I think those are my... Yeah, those are my targets here. I hate those things. Although that does have a cooldown on it now, I think. My friend Joel was telling me that this only works for 3 turns, and then you have to recast it. Transferring pain, yeah, it's got a 3-turn cooldown. So I can actually run it out, but I think their ability to use it, absorb pain, also has a cooldown. So they can recast it after a certain number of turns. Okay, they might be dumb about this and just send their... Okay, they're still keeping those guys in the back, but maybe I can kill that engulfer. It's kind of a weird battle, but... I'll move back down here. Rotate, turn this way. I don't think they're gonna cut me off. I don't think I'm gonna get to the transcendence. Whoops, I should have probably... I forget that projects a field down to units underneath. Oh well, they went after him anyway. Alright, can you hit... What can you hit him with? Hallucination projector, project field. Okay, I can try to hallucinate stuff. Wonder if it's worth spending energy to just try to take this one guy out. Those frenzied are... Well, actually those frenzied can't reach me. So they're not really a huge threat. So what I'm gonna do is just light this guy up as much as I can. And just try to deal some damage, and hopefully I'll have a chance to kill him on the next turn. That's fine. Ouch.
Unit down.
Well, there goes that. Oh, they got incapacitated. Well, frick. And they healed that. I don't think I'm gonna kill anything here now.
Unfortunate.
Nope. Could maybe kill one of the Kir'ko, but again, they don't really matter. He's who I really want. I can't use... Wait, what happened to my... Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to kill anything here. Let's just shoot some stuff up. I still failed.
Our forces have been defeated.
Alright, fair enough. You can have that sector for now. You'll not have my city. Yeah, I'll get there before he does. Opponents are moving. I just hope nothing attacks these guys. They're welcome to go after that driftwood point again if they'd like. The fish have had no success taking my water bases from me. Alright, you guys really gotta book it. There's a war monument there. Actually, that probably wouldn't be a bad thing to swing by and pick up. Oh, that's no longer something you just pick up. Okay. I forgot those are something... Oh, hey, hang on. Cool, I guess. I don't know why there were no defenders on here, but... Get a Paragon unit. which is kind of nice. I like those shield guys, but part of me wants to take the money. Especially since he's going to be slow getting into combat. I think I'm going to take the money. Because these guys are all flying. They can cross the water quickly. I don't need anyone slowing me down. I am going to leave that siren with them for now. The Kir'ko are becoming a bigger threat as time goes on, so I'll leave these guys in the city for the moment, I guess. I am getting up military base upgrades, so the next water sector will be a little tougher for them to take. I can't quite get these units out there to it yet, though, so they'll have to hold on their own. He wants truce. No, I don't want a truce. I want my city back. No, I decline. Alright, so they don't have anything pressing this area anymore. I think Ronald's army should continue with what they were doing. Very low risk battle. We'll auto this one, so I don't have a siren in on it. Okay, that's not going to happen. I was going to mention real quick, I did auto a battle. I had a siren in up when I was fighting the autonoms. That is because you can't impregnate autonoms. I did that earlier. I know I was just talking about doing those manually, but yeah, that you can't impregnate a robot, in case you weren't aware. So that that doesn't really matter. Okay. I like that big vine bud thing. That's pretty cool. He's got regeneration spores, so he should be healing himself and all nearby units every combat round. No one else is really injured, but it's probably best to stay nearby anyway.
Operations available.
Alright, we'll get those guys behind that nice big rock. With the bees floating overhead, providing healing. I think I want the bees in a slightly different spot. Oh, these guys should have loaded their breach rounds before, but that's okay, they can do that now. Actually, I want you off of Overwatch. I want you in this spot. That, and then I want you here. Load breach rounds. You stand here, and I actually want the bee to go here. Actually, one to the left would be good. Alright. She's providing regeneration to as many people as possible. Alright, who wants to go down first? Transcendent? Oh, definitely the Transcendent. Nice shot, gentlemen. How about you follow that up? No? Okay. Well, Ronald could always go out there and do his thing.
Enemy down.
And he's already made them use up their ability. I wonder if I could stagger the other one, that hidden, or immobilize him. Well, actually, that wouldn't really matter. I need to remove an action point if I want to do anything useful to him, because he could just sit there and snipe. Huh. Why not? Okay, Okay, worker bees, you need to stay where you are. I wouldn't mind getting in range to use that on something. That is a... Okay, I can actually use that multiple times. I can't quite reach him with noxious pollen. I guess I'll just try to hit him with that and see if I can get lucky. Nope, alright. Okay. Can you heal? Thinking you could. Attempt to apply mind control to non-biolate. Oh wait, I could try to mind control. It has 8 strength chance to succeed. Right, I definitely need free units. I think I want that hidden. Well, I don't know. That Kir'ko, does he have total network integration? If I mind control him, do I get to keep that? Hang on, I want to do some science here. That is a full action. Requires all 3. Wonder if I could immobilize him. Yeah, because this plant's got to get closer. So I wonder if Ronald could back up and immobilize him. In the meantime, I think this sniper needs to deal with their sniper. I need something to actually break through that frickin' cover. There. Won't matter for him, but maybe it'll matter for one of these guys. Alright, Ronald, I need you to try to do something interesting here. You should back up. Okay, you fumbled, which, by the way, fumbling now... So fumbling makes attacks that would have hit, makes them graze, and makes attacks that would have grazed miss. So a fumble doesn't mean automatic misses. Whoops, I got my fingers wrong on the keys there. Fumble doesn't mean automatic misses anymore, which I think is really cool. I much prefer it that way. It always really sucked when you fumbled. I never liked that. Okay, can you snapshot him at least? Alright, first things first, I want to make sure Ronald can actually do this. So, want to immobilize you. Okay, good, that worked. And you took a nasty hit back there, so I'm gonna have you back up. Should be pretty limited on their options. Oh, frick, man. Stop critting the bee. Alright, he needs some healing. Alright, can I mind control you? 65% chance. Come on, let's get this.
Enemy subverted.
Haha! Okay, now I want to see if I can keep him after this battle. They can't regenerative pollinate themselves. But Ronald should be able to... No, Ronald can heal himself. I don't think Ronald can heal other people. He's a bit selfish. Okay, so we'll do regenerative dermal patches on Ronald. He should have probably used that a couple turns ago. Now it's not really going to matter so much. You know what? We just need to finish him off. I think the bee... Wait, the bee could heal... The bee could heal these guys. I could at least do that. Gotta move back a bit. Or the bee could heal Ronald. But nah, Ronald's got those dermal patches. He'll be fine. Alright, game. Come on, let me select the bee. There you go. Something has happened where the mouse seems to be glitched. There we go. Couldn't click on anything for a second.
Our forces
Okay, so
are
do I get to keep that Kir'ko?
victorious.
And more importantly, do I get to keep his total network integration mod? No, you do not get to keep them unless it specifically says that you do. So that is good to know. Alright, I'm gonna... Well, these guys may as well just go as far as they can here. Hold ground. I don't see anything coming back at me, so I'm gonna keep upgrading that. Though actually, this city's got as good of defense as it can, so I think they're in pretty good shape. That should have the max advanced military infrastructure yet, so that'll be a pretty tough city for the enemy to take, with me having extra modded units down here to help fight and heal. Not to mention Focus Flames, which has just been awesome.
Incoming
Nicole Crustus
communication.
sent a message. Okay. She says she's gonna go to war with me. That sucks. But I think she's the person I irritated by taking claim sectors, which I think she can kindly just go get over. Alright. I want Focus Flame mods for these guys. Will they retain that mod after they evolve? I think they do. Mod equivalent units, yes. I'll let them mod so I at least have Focus Flames, which I think would also be useful. Oh crap, that's probably all her armies there. Well, I'll need to get something else up to Tenzin if she's planning on starting a war with me. I'd rather fight her over there than over here.
Take in the natural world.
Animal instinct controllers. Okay, that's cool, but I can't do anything with it right now because I'm out of Cosmite, so I'll have to try to remember to add that to my bees later. I think I would like to start getting some of these arc mods. There's some really good ones you can get later, particularly that one, the stun module. I'm gonna start working on those, I think. Alright, oh yeah, that's right, she's back up down here as well. Except doesn't have enough movement to teleport, I guess. Yeah, it takes some amount of movement to teleport, so you can wait there. But she should be able to get to that city down south on the next turn. You guys, I think, are fine where you're at, hanging out next to that city. That bee is not looking so good. Alright, yes, I know he took a sector. Okay, I don't care about what the Devar are doing over there. I wonder if I could buddy up with that red Devar. Having a defensive pact with him would be nice, because if he's not already at war with purple, it might make purple... Oh, he is at war with purple. I think? Is that this right? No, that's a different purple. Which purple is the one over by me? I don't know how I can actually tell, unless maybe if I highlight this territory. It's difficult to tell, but that looks like purple with a gray border. I think that's Nicole Crustus. I think Robin Booker is close to the Autonom, but it's hard to tell. Anyway, I want that Devar to be at war with Nicole Crustus if Nicole goes to war with me. So I'm going to negotiate with him. Oh wait, I don't think there is much I can do. I could offer him contact information in exchange for something. I think I'll wait until I can try to get a non-aggression and possibly defensive pact with him. See if I can use that to convince him to be friendly with me and possibly go to war with her. Another cool change in the patch is that the most recent patch is that if you've got a unit that, like, say, is concealed, and they see an enemy unit, if the enemy doesn't see you, you can choose whether or not to introduce yourself, which is really cool. It's like you can meet people without, or see people without them actually meeting you and judging you for diplomatic actions and whatnot, which I really like. Let's get a... Wait, no, hang on. This city is the one that needs to focus on military right now. And I've been focusing so much on upgrades. I think the... Yeah, I think I need to just skip the energy sector on this one and just go straight for military units. Did I get all the structures I wanted in here? I got the reinforcement factory, got the military engineering guild. I should be able to get whatever this shielding laboratory. Why do I not have that? Does it require an energy exploitation? Oh, no, I have it. Okay, it's right there. All right, so I've got pretty much everything I need to make decent units, aside from, like, the barracks. I want Malictors in combat, like right now. And I also will need an Overseer, so I'll go ahead and queue that up as well. I'm going to make Overseers, I'm going to make Malictors, and I'm going to make more indentured with some better equipment. The Malictors are like the stars of my show as far as Synumbra go. I love those guys. Okay, so I'm not sure what to do with this city. This one is primarily just trying to get research. I think I'm going to... I think I'm just going to kind of let this city generate research, actually, rather than spending time upgrading the military infrastructure. Although I might want that military infrastructure upgrade in the long term in case I fail fighting Purple. If Purple goes to war with me and I need a Western front, maybe it wouldn't be bad to have. I mean, it costs extra energy per turn. I don't know. For now, we'll just do generate knowledge. Which is what this city's good at, primarily. And let's click through the rest of this to make sure I didn't miss something.
Operations primed and ready.
Still got internal purge, fabricate Casus Belli. You can actually... So, this is kind of cool. You can actually see in a breakdown now of why the operational strength is what it is. So, like, this is my chance to succeed, and this is my chance to be detected by the opposing commander. So you want this number to be low and this number to be... And you want this number to be high and this number to be low, and I have very much the opposite problem. My tactical operations kind of suck. But now you can see why. You can see my operational strength, the target's operational defense. So yeah, that's, I think, kind of helpful. Just some more useful tooltips and stuff from the Latch patch, too. A lot of quality of life improvements. I'm very optimistic as to where this game is going, because it seems like they're handling it in a very similar way to how they handled Age of Wonders 3, with a lot of very good free updates, just solid core gameplay updates. And I do believe they are listening to some feedback from the community, because I think it was a common concern. What's this? Wait, hang on. I'm hearing you talking. At Victory Condition Doomsday. Doomsday level 1 already. Ah, crap. Hopefully everybody else kind of like manages that guy, because I am nowhere near being able to do anything about that. I'm just gonna have to hope for the best there. But like you guys were talking about with regard to how, you know, doing a quest for one faction makes other factions mad and how you didn't really like that, I think that they're kind of listening to some of that feedback and incorporating that into their gameplay. I think Triumph is. So I'm still very happy with how they're kind of handling this. Alright, they're going to get one more. I'm just going to auto-combat to save everybody time. Oh, frick. another big army. Now this one I will manual. I think I could kill somebody here. Also, this is the one where I get a clone of my units, so maybe I could take out more than that. Ronald will maybe have to turn around and come back here and deal with this, because they'll probably charge my city next. Then again, with an army like this, I don't know if they'd be able to punch through. It depends on how many units I can kill here. And I need to try to avoid killing stuff with total network integration. Here's a lot of unmod, or those three are all unmodded. That one's got, a couple of them have this mod that shall not be named here. But there's several unmodded units as well. Most of them in this army, so I think I'm going to try to take advantage of that. Alright, so basically the longer this battle goes, I'm going to try to get some good cover behind these rocks back here, I think. But basically the longer this battle goes, the better it is for me, because I start getting copies of units. So yeah, I'm going to try to take this high ground back here. Not sure to what extent that matters, but just a good defensive position that's hopefully sort of isolated and causes them to run in a straight line towards me if I can manage it. Probably fine for now. I don't think any of them can reach me or do anything. Okay, this is kind of how I was hoping they'd approach me. I was hoping they'd more or less run directly at me.
Operations available.
Cover that area as best as I can. Sniper just needs to get up here. Alright, here they come. So there's my free copy of a unit. I can probably kill that hacker. He doesn't really scare me that much, but I think probably wouldn't be a bad idea to try to take him out. Alright, we'll go ahead and use the sniper to deal. Although the sniper is honestly better at taking out these shield guys, because he does a large amount of damage all in one shot. So it makes it less likely, or makes reactive shielding trigger less, if that makes any sense. So, but I could also try to stun him, knock him back. Still, his reactive shielding sucks. Maybe these guys can get a better angle. Do more damage to that hacker. See, the problem is the sniper can't actually hit these guys from there anyway, so I'm just going to focus on getting him with everyone else. We'll go ahead and stick with the original plan of getting that hacker, taking that hacker out of the picture. Alright, so I think now is the time for you to get Cerebral Override. Please finish him off. Thank you.
Enemy down.
Wouldn't mind you knocking him back. Only 15% chance to hit, so might be best to, I don't know, spread out a bit. Maybe I will use tactical operation to try to slow him down. Embrace darkness, perhaps? I think I'm hitting the wrong one. Yeah, he's the one with mods, crap. That's a hidden. That's a sniper. I can't actually stagger him with this, so that kind of sucks. Wonder if I could sneak him around, because he's on Overwatch. No, he'd have to get right up in that guy's face, and that wouldn't be good. I'm going to try to stagger this one here.
Unit has fallen.
It's fine. Okay, the critical hits are not
Unit
fine.
destroyed.
Don't appreciate that crap. Alright, you are a bit in the way, sir. I need you to move so my sniper can get a good shot off. Maybe killing the one that has all the mods is... I don't know if it'll come back after the battle or something like that, though. Something stupid like that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything about the hidden. I'll just focus on the units that I know if I kill them, they're gone. So I think that Paragon Guard is the one that needs to go. %52% chance. I really want to get a better shot than that. What is blocking it? Defense mode, and I have my own unit is in the way. I could actually probably do something about that. If I move him here, does that improve my odds? A bit, yes. Okay, so defense mode again is the problem. So it doesn't really matter where my units are positioned. Yeah, of course I'd get the grays. Alright, what about... Probably should have used Embrace Darkness first, but whatever, he's
Enemy
dead.
destroyed.
Knock him back. Does that guy have mods? He does, but he does not have total network integration. So I can try to kill him. I don't think it's going to matter. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to draw this out anymore. I got a couple units. I'm happy with that. We'll just deal as much damage as we can. Probably will die here.
Shame. Our forces have been defeated.
Alright, well, at least to take a couple of you jerks with me. Now here's the conundrum. Ronald's army really would like to go get their city back. But Ronald's army may also need to fall back here so that Sulnatal does not get overwhelmed. Then again, there's a terraforming station behind that city. Or a milestone recharge station. Oh, risky battle. I'm gonna auto this. Yeah, the fish aren't a big threat. I'm pretty sure my defenders come back. Alright. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get that caustic blade. That's fine. Maybe I can still get this. Okay, those guys are getting dangerously close to this city, but I can't get advanced military infrastructure now. I've got improved. Might want to just pop a soldier in here of some sort. Depends on whether they can actually reach me on this turn, which I don't think they can. Man, it'd be nice if there was a milestone recharge station here, but if I can at least get close enough to my territory, maybe I can... I probably can't make it back. So I've got... I don't know. I think that'd be a much harder battle for them to win with me on defense here. To think about this for a bit. They're not going to be able to attack me on the next turn, but they'll be able to attack me on the turn after that. I could always just buy another bee and run it down there, or I could wait a turn and buy another siren and run it down there. Either one should be able to make it to that city in one turn. Oh, there is a milestone recharge station. That might be what I needed. Okay, that at least gets me to my own territory, and it might... It's acting like I won't be able to, but I think I'll be close. Ah, and it's pathing around that for some reason, which I don't know why. Because you can actually move right onto it, ignore it, and then move through it. These guys, according to this, can't attack me unless they're smart enough to split up their stack, which the AI never does. So I think I actually can reinforce that city on the next turn. It's acting like I won't be able to, but I'm pretty sure that I can with the faster movement within my own territory. I don't know. It'll be kind of close. Yeah, let's carry on with arc research. In fact, I'm just gonna set it to stun module. So shift click on that and let that just kind of go.
Production ready.
Oh boy. What do I do here? I think I do want advanced military infrastructure, even if I won't be able to get it in time to ward off this attack. I think it would still be useful. Because it does kind of control some important territory. It's a sort of the western bulwark against an invasion. And this could become a front line. Both of these cities could become a front line across this water in my war with Brunhilde, or not Brunhilde. I'm getting this mixed up with my Age of Wonders series. In my war against Nicole if a war breaks out. Wait, she then turned around and publicly complimented me. She likes that I'm organized. Okay, somebody got Harbinger. Sure, I'll accept all this crap. What is that? That's kind of cool. It's an armor melting gun. It does quite a bit of damage. Sure, I'll accept. I probably won't actually do it, but I'll accept. I don't know where I got this guy from. Oh wait, no, he's been sitting there for a while now, actually. I don't really know why. I probably need him down here. Or he could go back and hang out. I guess he could go back and he could go over and hang out with Tenzin, I suppose. I don't know.
Operations primed and ready.
Okay, so again with my operations, I think Secret State's probably the safe play here. Considering how many people I'm meeting. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. I don't want to deal with operational issues. Alright. Leave that the way it is. I actually want to take another look at these. So these are strategic operations that I could use. I presume I could cast these on a city, or maybe some of them affect cities. Yeah, okay, so these target a colony. So, like, because I have this aerial denial system over here, over here, wherever that is. There. Because I have this, I can use it as a strategic operation to protect a different city. But I have to basically cast it on that city. That's interesting. I like that. Alright, so I can teleport this guy on this turn. I'm sort of hoping they don't just run through the teleporter. That could be a problem. But I can teleport him here. And then this city's pretty well protected with having that extra sniper in there to keep an eye on things. I'm gonna... Wait, what's Watchman do? 20% increased accuracy with Overwatch attacks. That's probably not bad for a sniper. Maybe I should pick that up. Unless I was saving points with him for something else, which I'm not sure whether or if I was. Although I do want Deadeye 3 with a sniper. I'll just hang on to those points for now, I suppose. But we'll put him here, get those guys with him, and just have them sit on that city to make sure that doesn't get taken. In the meantime, I think Ronald needs to go clean things up over here. Get that city back. We'll get that recharge station and start heading back. Alright, so that little problem's been taken care of. Do I have to reabsorb it or something? I didn't think I did. I think they didn't think the enemy had held it for long enough for that to matter. Who knows? Still learning a lot about this game. Alright, so this city, let me take another look at this. So it's got this wind-up wind park with the shielding laboratory. I think I probably need to start tooling this city to produce extra units. So I probably should get the barracks and the specialist training center down here, I think. Because this city's like right on the front line. Now, I may not be able to get all the bonuses I wanted, but I'll be able to get some good ones. Good enough to manage fighting off the Kir'ko, hopefully. If the enemy doesn't get it, maybe Ronald can hit that other recharge station on the next turn. We'll see. Alright, recreational dome, yeah. Then probably standard military infrastructure, then botanical gardens, and improved military infrastructure. Just have that city run through the normal gamut of, I want to hold this territory upgrades.
Happiness event in colony.
Okay. So boost of production over here, which is helping me get botanical gardens faster. By the way, those happiness events changed. That is something else. I was just talking about that in a recent episode. I believe the bonus is now applied immediately. So it's getting that boosted production, but as you can see, doesn't have anything to do. Like, that boost of production now applies retroactively, or any happiness buff, so you can't really, like, get extra production out of those by, like, telling everybody to focus, say, on production. It's not gonna make any difference. So basically, those just happen, and if you get lucky, you get lucky. If you don't, you don't. But you can't really plan around those anymore. I know I was just talking about that a couple episodes ago, but that is one of the things that was also changed in the most recent patch.
Doctrine enacted.
Secret State, +5 operational defense. Okay, so I feel a little safer in that regard. Battle lost by independence. And domain invasion at Spatial Research Center, I knew about that. And we're now here at the end of the turn. And I believe that will be it for this episode. So I appreciate you guys watching. I'm sorry about the week delay there, but I think I'll be kind of back to normal here for a while until I might be gone sometime between now and April. And then again, I've got some weddings going on in April. So I'll have some busy weekends in April, but for at least for the next several weeks, I should be around. So on the weekends for Planetfall. So I do appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode. Shout out to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Adam James, Jim Bro, Tarsak, and Tibby and Army. Thanks so much, everybody.